Today on Rappler, kidnappers of the Bansil Sisters demand 50 million pesos. Education, infrastructure, and local government get the lion's share of the 2014 Philippine budget. And Beatles star Paul McCartney writes President Aquino, "Free Molly the elephant."
Hello, I'm Ayi Makaraig, sitting in for Maria Ressa. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. Here's a Rappler exclusive. Classified documents obtained and verified by Rappler show kidnappers of the sisters Najua and Linda Bansil are demanding 50 million pesos or nearly 1.2 million US dollars in ransom. Surveillance photographs seen by Rappler also show that among the kidnappers is a man using the alien's dams. He was one of the youngest kidnappers of journalist Ces Drilon. The ransom demand is 2.5 times the demand for Drilon and her crew in 2008. The sisters produced low-budget films on Filipino Muslim life and culture. Linda also wrote for Amnesty International in the Philippines. Classified documents and interviews with sources familiar with the case show how the situation in Jolo spiraled into chaos. It turns out a senior leader of the Abu Sayyaf actually extended protection and guaranteed the safety of the sisters on their first night in Sinumaan town, an Abu Sayyaf stronghold. They were abducted soon after they left the safety of the town. The girl's father, Abdul Basit Bansil, is a Muslim cleric and a close associate of the two largest armed Muslim movements, the Moro National Liberation Front and the Moro Islamic Liberation Front. He married an Algerian Moroccan to whom the ransom demand was allegedly made. Read more on the Bansil sisters' kidnapping, Spiral into Chaos by Maria Ressa. 3 departments, education, infrastructure, and local government, will get the lion's share of the 2014 budget. Budget Secretary Butch Abad says the budget is, quote, comprehensive and forward-looking with a focus on the country's most urgent development requirement and long-term growth objectives. The Department of Education gets 8.3 billion pesos or a 106% increase from 2013 for textbooks and science equipment and 44.6 billion pesos or a 77% increase from 2013 for the construction, repair, and maintenance of classrooms, school facilities, and chairs. The Department of Public Works and Highways gets 33.4 billion pesos for flood control projects, 137.7 billion pesos for the construction and maintenance of national roads, bridges, and flyovers, and 14.2 billion pesos to fix roads and tourist spots. The Department of the Interior and Local Government gets 135.4 billion pesos to improve service delivery and capacity expansion efforts for local government units and 1.55 billion pesos to help local governments develop roads and community buildings. The proposed budget amounts to 2.268 trillion pesos, 13.06% or 262 billion pesos higher than this year's budget allocation. Other departments to get a big slice of the budget include National Defense at 123.1 billion pesos, Health at 87.1 billion pesos, a 45.5% increase from last year, and Agriculture at 80.7 billion pesos. The final budget will be proposed to Congress on Tuesday, July 23rd, the day after the President's 4th State of the Nation address. Justice Secretary Leila de Lima says her department will prevent the arrest of Ben Horluy, the whistleblower in the 10 billion peso or $230 million pork barrel scam. A warrant of arrest has been issued against Luy for qualified theft. A day after Luy was put under the Justice Department's Witness Protection Program, de Lima says, "We will not turn him over." De Lima explains, once the warrant of arrest is served on Luy, the WPP will file the appropriate motion in court asserting Luy is under its protective custody. The Pasig Regional Trial Court issued the warrant after Janet Lim Napoles, the alleged brains behind the pork barrel scam, filed a case of qualified theft against him. Napoles claims Luy stole 300,000 pesos from her and secured loans totaling 5.5 million pesos using her name without her authorization. Napoles' lawyer Alfredo Villamor says there's nothing hasty about the case and warrant. Napoles denies involvement in the supposed scam. 3 days before the President's State of the Nation address, parcels of land are finally being turned over to farmers of Hacienda Luisita Thursday. It's been 3 decades since the Agrarian Reform law was passed. The Department of Agrarian Reform distributes the first batch of lot allocation certificates at Barangay Kutkut in Tarlac. Some 4,000 hectares of the 6,000-hectare sugar estate will be distributed to recipients. The final list of farmer beneficiaries number over 6,000, spanning 10 barangays. In February, Agrarian Reform Secretary Virgilio de los Reyes says the master list was finalized based on the Supreme Court's directive. Only those working in the sugar plantation under Luisita Tarlac Development Corporation in 1989 could be considered beneficiaries. Hacienda Luisita belongs to the family of President Aquino's mother, the Cojuangco clan. Since the Cory Aquino presidency, the Cojuangco successfully dodged government efforts to place the estate under the Agrarian Reform program. President Aquino divested his shares in 2010. 6 neophyte senators will make their debut appearance in the Senate Monday amid intense rivalries and scam allegations hounding the chamber. Here's a look at the challenges a new senator faces.
Now pending. I will do
That was then. This is now. Neophyte senators will attend their first Senate session when the 16th Congress opens on Monday. Sonny Angara, Bam Aquino, Nancy Binay, JB Ejercito, Grace Poe, and Cynthia Villar form one of the youngest batches to join a chamber traditionally made up of senior lawmakers. How can they best contribute to a body crafting national policy? Their introduction to actual Senate work will be committee hearings. For incoming Senate President Frank Drilon, budget hearings are a must-attend for newbie senators to know the bureaucracy.
Remember that there are only 24 of us, and you cannot hide behind the numbers. In other words, you're like in a fishbowl where the public will watch you. So the best way is to prepare yourself, and the best way to prepare yourself is to attend the hearings of the Committee on Finance.
When bills get through committees, senators engage in floor debates. Actor-turned-politician Senator Jinggoy Estrada says this is where legal luminaries give rookies their baptism of fire.
Well, you know, once Senator Miriam and Senator Enrile engaged me into a debate. I was sweating all over because they asked me questions which I really cannot understand, you know. Legal questions at that, you know. But of course, I survived.
Former Senator Rene Sagisag says senators must understand that theirs is a 24/7 job.
Itigil yung mga teleserye. Pwede ba naman nag-i-indio ka na si Lito? Aba, bibigat ng problema. Kailangan basahin mo, limbawa, Dan Brown's Inferno, 461 pages. Kailangan pag-aralan mo, ano ba itong problema ng Saba? Aba, hindi mo pwedeng gawing hobby lang or sideline ang pagiging senador.
Despite criticism of inexperience, Sagisag says the neophytes might just surprise their detractors.
Huwag natin munang husgahan yung mga supposedly pinabili lang ng suka, senador na. Nandyan na yan. Like I said, if we cannot have what we like, we have to like what we have. And we do that by praying and supporting.
With controversies like the pork barrel scam, he says the challenge for the new Senate is to redeem the honor nationalists like Lorenzo Tañada, Jose Jocno, and Jovito Salonga brought to the chamber.
Old names, new faces. 6 senators will soon officially join this chamber. The home of statesmen of old, it's an institution that symbolizes not just power and the law, but also duty and service. Quezon City Police advised motorists passing through Commonwealth Avenue a rerouting scheme will be in place for Sona Day. Commonwealth Avenue is the main thoroughfare leading to the Batasan Pambansa, the site of the State of the Nation address of President Aquino. At 12 midnight Monday, only the two leftmost lanes of Commonwealth Avenue northbound will be open to motorists going to Fairview. At 5 a.m., the northbound area between Evergotesco Mall and the Commission on Audit will be closed to motorists. 4 southbound lanes will be used for the counterflow plan. At 6 a.m., Batasan Road, which leads to the Batasan Pambansa, will be declared one-way traffic. President Aquino will deliver his SONA at 4 p.m. Watch it live here on Rappler. The plan to ban provincial buses and Asian utility vehicles from plying the congested roads in Metro Manila, including EDSA, may soon be a reality. On Thursday, President Aquino signs Administrative Order No. 40 establishing transport terminals north and south of Metro Manila. Once implemented, provincial buses will only be allowed to go as far as their designated terminals when entering Metro Manila. The order covers loading and unloading of passengers and the transfer of passengers to buses and AUVs operating in the capital. The terminals are temporary until the planned Integrated Transport Systems or ITS project is fully operational by 2016. Previously targeted for 2015, the project provides a North Terminal, South Terminal, and Southwest Terminal for vehicles coming from north or south of the capital. The ITS project is a priority for the government amid heavy traffic. Data from the Metro Manila Development Authority show of the total 13,000 buses clogging Metro Manila roads each day, 60% are from the provinces. A Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines official says airlines will comply with the plan to increase turnaround time for domestic flights to enhance safety. CAAP officials plan an industry-wide increase in turnaround time to 45 minutes. Turnaround time is the time between plane takeoffs and landings. CAAP wants to increase turnaround time at airports to ensure safety following 2 landing mishaps involving Cebu Pacific planes in June. CAAP Deputy Director General John Andrews says the extended turnaround time will be implemented by October 1st after the airlines submit their winter flight schedules. Cebu Pacific and other low-cost carriers observe the world standard of only 25 minutes turnaround time. Low turnaround time allows budget airlines to offer low fares. Philippines AirAsia CEO Maan Ontiveros says extending the turnaround time increases costs for carriers and may affect fares. Leftist groups are gearing up for the president's SONA. Most of the messaging will be the same as in past years, expressed in slogans, streamers, and placards, including burning an effigy. But what does the effigy stand for? David Lozada reports.
Most artists want their work preserved. Chris De Leon wants his masterpiece burned. He's making an effigy of President Benigno Aquino III for the protests on the State of the Nation address. Chris has been making effigies for the past 3 administrations. He says it's different every year.
Kung yung dati ay pinapakita natin na nahahalata na yung pagiging inutil ni Noynoy at saka yung kabulukan ng termino niya. Ngayon ay mas masahol pa. No? Hindi lang siya inutil, kundi kusa pa niyang ibinababa yung kabuhayan ng mga mamamayan.
Bagong alyansang makabayan, Secretary General Nato Reyes says effigies are a symbol of the people's voice. The left has been burning effigies for decades in countless protests. But he insists it's not an obsolete form of protesting.
Well, I think effective in the sense na pinag-uusapan palagi, taon-taon, inaabangan kung ano ba yung visual representation at nagkakaroon ng masiglang talakayan, kaugnay ng simbolismo na pinaparating ng mga effigies.
As in previous years, it will be a game of cat and mouse between the riot squad and protesters. They were not allowed to hold their rally in the place of their choice. Quezon City Public Order and Safety Chief Elmo Sanjego says the police will strictly enforce order on the day of the President's address.
They have to deal with the security forces natin. They'll be prevented from doing their thing there. Dahil wala naman silang permit eh.
As for Chris, he looks forward to hearing what the President has to say. More than that, he looks forward to burning the effigy, a way to show his disappointment in the Aquino administration. David Lozada, Rappler, Quezon City.
As the president polishes his speech, stylists and designers are rushing to finish ternos and gowns for Monday's Who's Who. Pia Ranada reports on the fashion statement legislators will make on Sana Day.
Dazzling ternos and dashing barongs, worn by government officials and their spouses, make the State of the Nation address a giant fashion event.
That we've turned Sona into another Oscar Awards. You know, it's our own version. Sona is much awaited compared to this other award-giving bodies and the red carpet events.
Designer Randy Ortiz designed some of the gowns to be worn by lady officials on Sona Day. Among them, Senator Nancy Binay, Congresswoman Lucy Torres Gomez, and Tutsi Angara, wife of Senator Sonny Angara. Ortiz is known for his terno, the traditional formal wear for Filipinas.
For politicians, I always try to work on a very minimalist type of, I start with a very minimalist concept. Like, example, it's going to be Nancy Binay's first walk in the red carpet. And I really just feel that she has to wear something that is very simple. Maybe it has like a little touch of embroidery, a color that would match her skin, you know, even like the kind of accessory that she would be wearing.
A Randy Ortiz terno costs a minimum of 25,000 pesos. Lace, tulle, and piña are just some of the fabrics he uses. Ortiz can't wait to see the designs on this year's red carpet.
The women senators like Lauren, like Pia Cayetano. But what is so good about, I guess, our new batch of the young bloods is that they try to experiment already. So.
Others would wear it using printed fabrics or ethnic fabrics. Others would wear it with pants too. Some women would wear barongs as tunics. But whatever way you wear it, the terno must be worn with pride.
It shows a lot of, I guess it shows a lot of our dignity and our sense of belonging to a country that we should be proud of. You wear it because you're proud to be a Filipino.
Pia Ranada, Rappler, Manila.
Molly, the elephant in the middle of a controversy, gains a new sympathizer, Sir Paul McCartney, the former Beatle member and music legend. Animal activists are campaigning to move Molly out of the Manila Zoo. International vets hired by animal rights group PETA say the concrete floor of the elephant's enclosure is bad for her arthritis and could be fatal. They also criticize the animal's long isolation from other elephants. In a letter, McCartney urges President Aquino to expedite Molly's transfer to Thailand. McCartney says, "I am writing to add my voice to the many others who are supporting the transfer of Molly to a sanctuary in Thailand as soon as possible." He adds, with the stroke of a pen, you can bring an end to her suffering, and I urge you with all my heart to direct that Molly be given that joy now. Malacanang has yet to confirm if the president received the letter. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 8, at least 63 companies, investors, nonprofit organizations, and trade groups are set to publicly demand greater transparency in U.S. government surveillance. All Things D reports, the coalition wants U.S. President Barack Obama and the U.S. Congress to let internet, telephone, and internet-based service providers be more specific in reporting national security-related requests for information. The coalition members include AOL, Apple, Dig, Dropbox, Facebook, and Google. At number 9, just a few hours after tickets to the Nike Philippines event featuring NBA superstar LeBron James were distributed for free, scalpers begin selling the tickets online. A quick search on popular classified ads website sulit.com.ph reveals tickets to the Witness History event are being sold from 1,000 to 10,000 pesos. Netizens took to Twitter to criticize the online sale of the tickets. The NBA hotshot is visiting this basketball-hungry country on Tuesday, July 23. And at number 10, the Netflix political drama House of Cards makes TV history, becoming the first online-only series to be nominated for a major Emmy Award. House of Cards, starring Oscar winner Kevin Spacey as a shrewd U.S. congressman, breaks fresh Emmy ground, scoring 9 nominations, including Best Drama and for Spacey, Best Actor in a Drama. House of Cards was made exclusively for Netflix, the online movie streaming website which put all 13 episodes online. This year's Emmy come at a time of radical change in the TV industry, with more viewers cutting the cable and watching their favorite shows via the internet on cell phones and tablets. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the Mood Navigator in the middle of our front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that affected our readers the most. Let's look at today's Mood Navigator. That story on The Wrap is right here, that red circle. 10,000 pesos for LeBron tickets anyone has 57% of readers feeling angry, 31% annoyed. From our Pugad Baboy, hashtag Pugad Baboy section, we have Pugad Baboy nakaka-high blood na pork. The issue of the week, of course, the big story of the week is the issue on the pork barrel scam. This one has 63% of readers feeling amused and 26% feeling happy. We also have world news that made it to the front page. This popular story, gay marriage legal in Britain after royal assent, has 67% of our readers feeling happy, but also some 22% annoyed. All contributing to the mood of the day. Today, Friday, most people are happy. That's Rappler's newscast for today, Friday, July 19, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch your newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Ayi Makaraig, and as we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.